In this video, we'll cover how to generate a quote in Symmetry. A quote is the third point in the sales process. Quotes are used to make a sale. They contain the exact details of a client's purchase and allow you to keep track of your sales. A quote can be generated in two ways. It can be created from scratch, or they can be picked up from an existing opportunity that has been close to a quote. If it was an existing opportunity, the quote would already be in the list, so I'll create a new quote. I'll go to Quote under the Sales and Purchasing tab. I'll right-click, select New, and then Quote. Alternatively, I can select New Quote from the Home tab here at the top. After this, you will be taken to the Quote Designer. From here, you can specify the details of the quote. To give you an example, I'll fill in a quote for a Mr. John Smith who owns a computer sales company in France. I'll select the customer account, which will allow me to set a contact associated with that account. I can view or assign a customer reference and a quote reference number for future use. I can toggle the option to add a quote letter to this quote. I can assign a time frame for my quote by assigning a quote date and expiry date. You can also assign an opportunity to be associated with the quote if you have not previously used the state machine and would like to manually create a connection. The quote lines are used to work out the value of the client's quote. If you have previously used opportunity lines, quote lines work in a similar fashion. Select a line and detail the product or service that needs to be added. A total of the client's cost will be calculated at the bottom here, allowing you to get accurate quote figures for your client. If I move over to the addresses, I can edit the address options for this client. From the Payment Schedule tab, you can set up a set schedule for the payment of your quote. And from the Journal tab, you can link this quote to other elements within Symmetry. Binders, activities, tasks and notes are all featured. In the bottom left, you can add a note regarding your quote. And your quote totals will be displayed here in the bottom right. Say that our client has confirmed the quote and we want to advance this quote through the sales process. We can use the Change State button here at the top to change the quote state. First, we can set the quote to active, signalling that the process has started, after which you will have the option to mark your quote as sent. Following this, you can note whether the quote was accepted, rejected or expired. Bear in mind that you can set the quote status to on hold at any point. If the quote is accepted, the next stage is to raise an order. By clicking Raise an Order, this quote will be closed and an order will be created carrying over the details from this quote. And that's it, you should now be able to create a quote in Symmetry.